Hello, today I'm going to show you the gateway. This is the login screen that you will first see anytime that you go to the gateway. In order to log in, you simply put in your username, password, and select login. The first thing that you will see when you log in is your merchant dashboard. This will allow you to see your open batch information, the number of transactions that you ran within today's batch, what's been authorized only, and what's been fully captured. Down below that on the left, you'll have an activity chart, which will show your month-to-date activity compared to your previous period volume, which would be last month. However, you can filter by specific ranges, previous month as well as year-to-date. And then below that, you'll have your transaction table that will allow you to compare your current period volume compared to your previous period volume. Just a way to get a side-by-side comparison by the day for transactions. Bottom right-hand side, you have your sales by type, whether Visa, American Express, MasterCard, Discover, ACH, or other being cash. And then once again, you can select by any sort of date range. You have your month to date, year to date, and then you can hover over and see the dollar amount. You have your 10 most recent transactions and then your 10 most recent batches above that. Top right hand corner, it's always going to have the name of who is logged in, and then you can configure the screen to be fully customized to your liking. So drag and drop, and then you can save it to exactly how you want that to be. So each time you log in, it'll be specific to your user login. If I wanted to take a deeper dive into a recent transaction that I ran, for example, one that I ran today for $100 for Katie Jones, I can click on that link under Transaction ID, and it'll quickly pull up the transaction information. As you can see, here's the $100, there's the card information, any sort of AVS transaction information, as well as billing. I did capture an invoice number. This is a custom field that we created. You can add as many custom fields as you would like to the gateway for reconciliation reporting purposes. And then you have your most recent batches section. January the 18th, I had 2 transactions that settled for a total of $101. If I want to click on that, it'll take me to the batch page, which gives the batch number, the date and time that it settled, the total volume, and then the breakdown of the transactions that equal the $101. Similar to the dashboard, I can click view and it'll pop out the transaction details for that specific transaction. Any transaction that you ran, if it had been settled already, you can refund it. If it's not settled, it'll give you the option to void. If your vault is enabled, you can store it to the customer vault. You can create a recurring or installment subscription. You can email and print receipt. On the left-hand side, you have a menu that will allow you to take cards in different avenues, being the virtual terminal, the hosted payment page, through the customer vault, and invoicing. I'm going to show you the virtual terminal. Our whole goal here was to make it as easy as possible for a business to run transactions in a card not present environment. That being said, we wanted to make the virtual terminal as simple as possible. When you click on virtual terminal, you're going to quickly see the billing information on the left-hand side. However, if you did want to capture shipping information as well, you use different shipping information, and it's going to pop out shipping as well. You're going to put in the card number, expiration date, year, CVV, and then one feature that we did add for businesses that have multiple locations, you can actually tie all those locations to the single gateway account and decide where you want that transaction to run through. Custom field being the invoicing, and then the amount that you want to charge. Our gateway is surcharge capable, so if you wanted that feature enabled, you can definitely do so, which will simply allow you to pass on a fee to the cardholder to offset any cost. If you put in the customer's email address, it'll automatically send them an email receipt. So I mentioned credit card. We can also do electronic check and cash. We can also do subscriptions, as I previously mentioned, so recurring and installment plans. You can either create one on the fly, or there's a section that allows you to pre-create any sort of plan so that you can quickly add a customer to that plan when you check them out. Down below Virtual Terminal, you have a hosted payment page. This will allow you to add a link to your website or invoice or really any other place that you want to collect payment that'll send your customer to a page that is branded with your logo, your name, your URL. It essentially looks like it's your website. So here's one that I created right here. You can do a URL link, you can do an HTML link, or you can do an iframe that pops up within the business's website. So I'm going to show you real quick what it looks like from the consumer standpoint. When they click on the link, it will send them to this page with the customer's logo, any sort of information that you would need to capture. Once again, you can capture an invoice number and collect a credit card or ACH payment. Our recurring and installment feature is also added to this, so if you did want to automatically send a customer to a subscription upon completion of payment, you could do so as well within the hosted payment page. Plans. This is where you actually would create the recurring and installment plans. As you can see, we have two that are currently created, one for $500 that charges monthly and one for $18 that charges monthly. You can select the date that you would like to charge your customer, as well as the number of installments, or you can make it where it'll charge until you tell it to. Customer vault. So this is where you can store cards or ACH information on file. Each customer can have multiple cards if they choose, or multiple ACH billing information. If a card is expired, it will highlight it in red. If it's near expiration, it'll highlight it in yellow. If you want to pull up a profile for a customer, you can do so by clicking view. It shows all their historical information here. Here's the card. If I want to charge them, I just press charge. And the only thing that I have to do at this point is put in an invoice number if I choose to have an invoice number to be captured, as well as payment details. Once again, you can add them to a subscription if you choose. If you're coming from another gateway, we have our batch import tool that will allow you to transport information from your client's current gateway to the new gateway. Products and categories. So this is where you can add specific products to the gateway that allow you to quickly create an invoice for your customer. Here's just a few that I created right here. So now that we do have our invoicing tool, I can go in here, create new, and then it's going to take me to this page. And instead of having to type out each specific thing, all I have to do is start typing in. It's going to automatically fill in the information. I just have to put the quantity, and it's going to automatically compute exactly the amount that my customer owes. You can add as many line items as you want. Our solution automatically creates an invoice number for you. However, if you wanted to create your own, you can do so there. You select the due date. You can add a discount. You can create tax, as well as charge shipping. You can add any sort of note to the invoice, as well as, once again, decide where you want that transaction to route through if you have multiple locations. Once you've built the invoice exactly how you want it to be, you can either save it to send later or save and send, and it's going to automatically send the email to your client. This is just an overview of the invoicing dashboard that'll show you what's been sent, what's been paid, what's past due, as well as all the invoice information right here. You can always edit it. You can pay on your customer's behalf if they call in. You can resend it. You can download it as a PDF, which is shown right here. There's also the filtering tool that allows you to search by any information, such as what's been drafted, what's sent, what's partially paid, and what's closed. Down below the invoicing, you have your reports, so your transaction detail reports. This is an overview of who's paid you for that month. Once again, you can filter for any sort of information. You can look for any sort of date range, search for a specific customer who paid me, any dollar amount, invoice number, you name it. All reports that we have can be exported to a CSV file. This is an overview of the batch settlements. It's always going to show current month, as well as show your existing open batch for the day. So as you can see here, the open batch is 7 transactions for a total of $443.84. This report can also be exported as a CSV file. Here's an overview of all the subscriptions that I have in place. There's currently one. It's already been paid in full. There's 1-for-1 payments, meaning that I was only expecting to charge my customer one time. Upon completion of payment, it'll automatically highlight it in green, but you can always edit subscriptions if need be, so you can suspend it, you can reactivate it, you can fully manage it from your own dashboard. And then your billing. This would just be an overview of what a specific monthly billing report would look like. It can once again be exported as a CSV to send to your back office or accounting team. You can filter by date range to see previous month's reporting, or search by processor, meaning the location, or really any information that you need to see regarding your billing. And then last is our API documentation. This is simply what we use to connect our solution to various softwares, meaning that we can plug into that software and you can run transactions through it, through our gateway, and onto the processor. So that is our gateway. We are constantly adding features to the solution every single week, so please be on the lookout for more updates. We are fully certified to Elevon TSYS, First Data Nashville, First Data Omaha, as well as an ACH processor. We're here to serve. Thank you.